Hey darlings, it's Lain. It's the 21st. I'm so excited to be here for the 21st day of answering your scrapbooking questions. This has been such a fun time and I am having a blast, and from the comments it looks like you guys are too. You will not believe how many questions I have. I have like 20 pages of questions. So if I did not get to your question, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get to all of them by the end of the month, because there's only 10 days left, don't worry. I will continue to answer them via video into the coming months. So today's question is one that is near and dear to my heart from Cheryl Ting. And she says, Lain, do you have any suggestions to speed up my scrapping? I think I'm a slow scrapper and I want to hurry up. What can I do? Do you have any suggestions? I actually have a ton of suggestions. And Cheryl, I want to make sure you've signed up for my email list, because on that email list, one of the first things you get when you join is a kind of a cheat sheet for ideas for scrapping faster. So make sure you do that. You can do that at layoutoday.com. Up in the upper right hand corner of the page, there's a box. You just put in your email and you will immediately get access to a little freebie. Now, if you're still looking for more guidance on that topic, I have a kind of a step-by-step process that I can lead you through, and I'll put a link to that. It's a different product. It covers some of the same material that's in the free product, but it's much more extensive, and I'll put a link on the page at layoutoday.com/31-21. But I want to share some specific suggestions with you right now. My first suggestion is to document your process. So don't try to change anything. Just sit down and make a layout like you normally would. But take note of where you start in the process. Do you reach for products first? Do you reach for your photos first? Do you write down the story first? Do you think of a title? What's your process? Write it down step by step. What do? I think of a title. Oftentimes what I'll get a song title stuck in my brain, or a line from a poem or something like that, and that will be the seed for my page. And from there I go and I find a photo, and from there I come up with the design, and from there I choose the product or whatever it might be. But I want you to document that process, and I also want you to document how long it takes you at each stage of the process. So you might put down scan through gallery for 15 minutes looking for design to scrap lift. Step 2, pulled out product to match. That took 10 minutes. Step 3, chose photos resized on computer and printed, and that took 45 minutes. Laid out page, 3 hours, whatever it might be. I want you to break it down step by step, just like you were keeping a food diary, and you ate what you ate, when you ate it, how you felt, and how many calories it has. Whatever that might be, I want you to do the same thing for creating a scrapbook page. And here's why. Because that is going to show really clearly where you're getting stuck. Let's say every step of the process takes 3 minutes, 5 minutes. You pick your photo really quick. You come up with the design really quick. You have a title, you have the journaling, and then you sit down to put the thing together, and the design stage takes you 6 days. You know right there that that's your challenge. Other people do all that really quickly, but then they get to product selection and they agonize over every little step of the pattern paper doesn't match the cardstock. I got to go to the store and pick out new cardstock, and I bring it home, and do I have ink to match? This is going to show where you're getting stuck. So you're either going to find that there are very specific places along the chain where you're getting stuck, or you're going to find that you take a long time at each step in the process. And I think what tends to happen, there's some people who get stuck at one stage, and then there's other people who are just very deliberate about every decision they make, and they don't have a lot of confidence in their choices, and that's why it takes so long. So if you are someone who's getting bogged down in 1 or 2 spots in the process, then we can find ways to speed up those processes. If you are someone who is getting, and for example, is if you're getting stuck at the photo resizing and sizing and printing, and you're going through it 16 times, maybe what you decide to do is you're just going to scrap 4 by 6 photos because it's just taking too long. You're going to send them to Shutterfly, and you're going to get them back, and you're going to scrap that. You're not going to worry about resizing to wallet size or 2 3/4 by 3 6/16 or something like that. You're going to go with what you have. So that's one example there. On the other side, if you are someone who's very deliberate about every stage because you lack confidence, there are things we can do there. First of all, the layout a day, the load process will help you with that, definitely. The second thing is to scrap lift. Find a layout you like, find a color combo you like, find journaling you like, and just lift it from somebody else. Unless you are submitting it to a magazine for publication, it is totally okay to copy other people's work online. Now, just a side note on this, if it's just for your own album and you're not publishing it anywhere online, whether it's on your blog or in a gallery or whatever, you don't have to put on your layout, this layout was inspired by Lain Ehmann's layout from January 16th, 2011. You don't have to do that. If you are posting in a gallery, it is good courtesy to say this layout was inspired by Celeste Smith's layout entitled blah, and then provide a link if there is one. If you can link to it in another gallery, it's just good manners to do so. And also it covers you from if somebody says, gosh, that looks just like Celeste's layout. You've already told them, but it's okay. That's why we create magazines. That's why we have galleries. That's why I teach classes and share things on my blog, because I want to inspire people and give you guys a starting place. So, can you tell I'm getting all excited about this topic? It's one of my favorites. So anyway, I could go on and on for hours, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to direct you over to the blog layouttoday.com/31-21. I'll link up some resources below this video on that link, and also make sure you sign up for that for the email list so you can get a free copy of that super secret guide. Shh, super secret to fast scrapping. That's it. I'll see you on the 22nd. Have a great